Welcome back to another Anime Rambles. Today, we are going to be talking about the rivalry of Asta and Yuno from Black Clover and why it is a refreshing take on rivalries in anime and manga. We're going to be comparing these to other rivalries in different shows and manga, and we're going to be explaining why this is done in a refreshing way that feels good to watch. Something that feels fresh, even though mostly elements are borrowed from other pieces of media. So it can be fresh as well as tropey at the same time. Okay, let's jump right into it. Asta and Yuno. One of my favorite things about their rivalry is the fact that they weren't always rivals. In the very beginning of the story, when they were just kids, um, Yuno looked up to Asta as an older brother, which is very comedical given their stature now. But Asta, Yuno bleh, oh my god, Yuno saw Asta almost like a big brother, someone he could look up to, someone whose ambitions are so much bigger than the world around them. Growing up being orphans, everything seems so much bigger, and everything seems small in comparison. Like you can't reach out to the world in its whole. But no, Asta always wanted to become the Wizard King, the biggest of the big. His ambitions were so large they became contagious and infected Yuno. And that's what sprung their rivalry in order to seek this um, ultimate goal. And obviously, like opposite elements, someone who's a master of magic versus someone who uses anti magic has been done before. One of the examples I want to bring up is Natsu and Gray from Fairy Tail. They have a pretty consistent rivalry throughout the show. Even though it's pretty clear that they're friends, they still stay in this very aggressive manner towards each other, fire and ice. But Yuno and Asta, they act like rivals around each other, but there's a healthy amount of respect towards each other. They won't let anyone put down a person they view as the top of the top. They view each other as perfect equals, which is why they're always trying to one up each other, because they have so much respect for one another. They both view the other as one of the greatest people they've ever known, and this is tangible in every moment they share to each other on the screen. I want to mention the arcs. They only share certain arcs together. They don't spend a whole ton of time together directly competing. Instead, we watch them compete through their work, through how many stars they're getting, and how well their squads are doing, and how they're raising through the ranks. So instead of seeing direct competition in between them, we get to watch how their careers compete against each other, which is pretty refreshing take. And I like how we mainly see their rivalry through their interactions with not each other, but how they talk about each other to other people, such how Yuno talks about to his members of the Golden Dawn, and how Asta mentions it offhandedly towards the people he interacts with, and the Black Bulls and others, and how they just express so much respect towards each other. In Naruto and Sasuke, in Naruto, fucking they Naruto respects Sasuke and Sasuke respects Naruto, but not that much. It's not very tangible. They mainly seem like they hate each other. They're always on each other's nerves rather than they have this unspoken bond between them. Sure, Naruto wants to bring him back to the village, but Sasuke has his alternative goals. And with this, instead of them diverging in two different paths and one has to pull the other one back, here they're in a perfect parallel towards the same goal. They have the same destination. They're just trying to race to get there first. And I really like that. In Fairy Tale, there's no real goal or destination. Fairy Tale is a very reactive show towards what the villains are doing. But our main characters in Black Clover have perfect linear goals that they're trying to follow. And they meet similar people, such as the current Wizard King, Julius Novacorono, who is an amazing Wizard King, an amazing character. And he tells them the one thing that matters is results. So they're both trying their hardest to accomplish as much as possible in the shortest time possible. And their passion with each other infects more people as they go through the series. A great example is, oh god, Leopold? Yes, Leopold. Leopold Vermilion from House Vermilion. Uh, Younger brother to Fuego Leon, the captain of the Crimson Lion. The Crimson Lions? Yes, the Crimson Lions. I'm just proud of myself that I'm remembering everything. Leopold sees Asta's infectious drive in order to become what he wants and immediately declares Asta as his rival, even though he's a member of royalty and Asta is just a commoner. Being able to get this recognition from just your sheer drive, and most of this comes from Asta and Yuno as characters being well written and being able to mesh together so perfectly in a way where they seem like they have an inseparable bond, but as well as there's still friction between them pushing towards the same goal. In Fairy Tale, uh, Gray and Natsu have the same dynamic pretty much the entirety of the show. In every back, oh my god, I was gonna say backflash. In every flashback arc and backstory, they always seem to have the same grinding against each other, and they eventually put it aside in order to accomplish their goal. But nothing really changes between them. It's the same dynamic from the very beginning. They're just friends because they're both in the same guild. Here, there's something more. There's a stronger bond between them. That not just that they have the same goal, but they want the same outcome. They want their family, because they view each other as brothers, even though they're not blood related, to have a better life. And it comes from this sense of love and devotion towards the people that they love that really gives them that invisible bond feel that pushes them forward, makes their bond feel more tangible to the watcher or reader. And I think it's one of the best rivalries in anime. It's not just, it's you again. I'm going to do better than you this time. It's you again, Yuno. Let's both do our best. And then Yuno says something quippy like, yeah, we'll both do our best, but my best is going to be better. It's what gives that underlining tone of love in between them, that brotherly bond, even though they're not brothers. Ah, in Naruto and Sasuke, they're not on a parallel goal. They both have very distinct goals, and it feels like only a loose thread is tying them together. They feel like less rivals and more antagonistic towards each other, and just forced to be in the same group the entire series. Here, it feels like they're taking different paths, but they're still on a parallel path straight towards that goal of becoming the Wizard King, which makes her rivalry feel a lot more tangible because since they are pushing towards the same goal, they are direct rivals. Naruto and Sasuke, they just don't like each other. That's not what spawns a great rivalry. When you're pushing towards the same goal, that's what makes you a true rival. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on the matter. Comment your favorite member of the Black Bulls. I'd love to hear it, and give me a sentence why. And if you like this video, leave a like on the video. And if you like videos like this, I got more Black Clover videos on my channel. I've got some character analysis on plenty of characters if you want to check those out. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.